Characters are the reason readers care about stories. They're not moved by the plot or the beauty of a sentence. They care about what's happening to the character. Characters captivate readers. This is the first episode in a series on character. We're going to go over the fundamental building blocks to creating great characters. Characters must have a want. A want is external. It is known by the reader. The want informs the plot. It keeps the story in motion. When characters want something, they actively pursue it. This is what the character is going after in the external world. It's what they think will make them happy or will fulfill them. Jessica Brody in Save the Cat writes a novel, says, giving your hero a goal and having them actively pursue that goal is the fastest way to get your reader to root for your hero and latch onto your story. Katniss Everdeen wants to survive in the Hunger Games. James Stevens wants to do all he can, body and soul, to serve his employer. Harry Potter wants to protect the Sorcerer's Stone. Emma Woodhouse wants her new friend to find a husband. Psychologically, as readers, we get invested when we recognize someone's wants, and we keep reading to see how they overcome the obstacle. Because of course there will be obstacles. Just as we do, characters should struggle to get what they want. Also, wants can change. Emma wants to find a husband for her friend. Then she wants to marry Knightley. Wants can also accumulate on the same theme. Katniss Everdeen wants her and her family to have enough food to survive. Then she wants her sister to survive. Then she wants to survive the Hunger Games. Then she wants Peeta to survive. The plot of a novel revolves around what the character wants and the obstacles that prevent them from getting it. Whether it's one want after another or the same want throughout the novel. The author's job is to throw a banana peel on their path, a chair, a car, a jet plane if you can find one, just anything to make it as hard as possible for the character to get what they want. There's no point in reading Emma if Emma immediately marries Knightley. Who cares then? Do we really want to read about their honeymoon? There's no point in reading The Hunger Games if Katniss's survival is immediately ensured. As a reader, we're no longer invested. There's nothing to hold us there. We're not gripped by the story. The reader needs to have something to root for. Keep them engaged by preventing your character from getting what they want too quickly. Some characters never get what they want. In The Great Gatsby, Jay Gatsby wants to win Daisy's love. He ultimately fails. In fact, his actions bring Daisy and Tom closer together. Sometimes the obstacles are insurmountable. After a long journey and usually quite a bit of suffering, the character often realizes they were wrong. The story is never really about what they want. They have to go through all these trials and tribulations to finally realize what they need. Every character also has a need. A need is internal. It's not as obvious to the reader or the character as a want. A need is much harder to achieve than a want. It involves changing themselves, doing the hard internal work that leads to growth. Jessica Brody in Save the Cat writes a novel, says, story is about how the things that happen in the plot affect the protagonist and how he or she changes internally as a result. What plays out on the surface, what the hero wants, is only half the story. The true soul of a novel lies in the hero's need, which can also be called the internal goal, the life lesson, or the spiritual lesson. The life lesson is the inner journey that your hero didn't even know they were on, that will eventually lead them to the answer they never expected. Their internal need is what the story is actually about. The Remains of the Day isn't about a butler, his serving methods, or even his Nazi employer. It's about a man who is imprisoned by his own principles, who is struggling to accept that he has given his life in service to someone reprehensible. The Hunger Games isn't about a girl who is trying to survive a game. It's about a girl who has to learn that survival at all costs isn't worth it, who needs to stand up to the Capitol by refusing to play their game.
I just don't want to be another piece in their game, you know? Yeah, I just keep wishing I could think of a way to show them that they don't own me. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Emma is not about a matchmaker who's bad at matchmaking. It's about a girl who needs to stop trying to control everything.
Advise me.
Oh, no. The words must be your own.
To refuse, Mr. Martin.
So that she can see past her own machinations and fall in love. It takes an entire novel to understand the need, the transformation that has to take place internally for a character. This internal need should be something universal. It should be something anyone can relate to. As we discussed, there can be a series of wants, but for every main character, there is one need, and sometimes the same need applies to an entire series. Harry Potter's need remains the same throughout the series. He needs to find a way to deal with being the chosen one. Jessica Brody, in Say the Cat Writes novel, says, writing about a hero who transforms, who comes out of the story a different person than who they started as, is the secret sauce of best-selling novels. Novels that resonate with readers. And when you can resonate with a reader, that's when you become a true storyteller. But why? Why is this the way to create character? Why do characters with wants and a need grip readers in such a way? It's due to the way our brains evolved about 200,000 years ago. Lisa Crone in Story Genius says, we're wired to crave, hunt for, and latch on to what the protagonist feels, so that we can experience his struggles as if they were our own. When we're lost in a novel, the protagonist's internal struggle becomes ours, as do his hard-won truths. This has been shown through MRI studies. The brain of a reader doesn't look like that of an observer. It looks like a participant's. The reader is actually feeling what the character is feeling. And scientists asked, why would this be the case? Why in the Stone Age would we be immersed in story in such a way? When a predator could be around the corner, why would we be built to become lost in someone telling a story? And the reason is that it's a survival tool. We turn to story not to escape reality, but to navigate reality. And survival doesn't just mean physical survival, like Katniss's. It also means social survival. So don't worry if you have a novel about tea parties or, going through divorce. These are all modes of survival for us. Learning how to get along with other people, to get other people to cooperate with us. That's survival as well. When we watch a character struggle to get their wants and to learn on a deeper level how to overcome those obstacles, we become curious as readers. We want to learn how to surmount those challenges because it may help us survive one day. Hey, our brains are really old mechanisms. That's why wants and a need are the building blocks for great characters. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please leave a comment below and subscribe. I think it's on this side, yes. We're also going to do a giveaway over the next 3 days. If in the comments you put a want, you can choose one or a series of wants, and a need for your protagonist, and you subscribe, and you vote on other people's description of the want and the need, we're going to give the commenter with the highest number of thumbs up either a free trial edit or an hour consultation with me to help them on their book. So, what are you waiting for? I'm looking forward to seeing you in the comments. Bye.